my friends. Guten Tag, Guten whatever. Okay, gluten is something I don't eat anymore because it's not good for me. But all right, another beautiful day here in the parking lot. Hello, everyone. Where we talk about a little bit of everything, predominantly Doctor Who, but it can go anywhere, as you all know. All right, I just saw that Big Finish uploaded to their channel the things for the latest Fugitive Doctor thing that most wanted. I might have to actually tune in and give this a listen. Because it's going to be interesting to see which direction they take this, particular storyline. Also, now a lot of people said no one's talking about the cancellation. There was just a video up today. I saw one pop onto my phone from like 12 hours ago. The BBC is canceling Doctor Who, and this is most likely why, and this is why it's most likely. And I'm like, guys, Bad Wolf just found out they're going to probably have a whole season of empty studio space available. Given the fact that Disney, like most streaming providers, has been reluctant just to give a decision. A lot of people seem to think that, yeah, it happened, the show is done. No, it's called Disney has a lot of crap going on. As we've talked about, they went like $350 million over budget on the asshole light. And like I said, I don't even know why I'm calling it that because I didn't watch it. They lost me at the light whip, as you all know. I'm sorry, light whip, no. It works good in a comic book, but no. I'm sorry, learning to use a lightsaber without cutting one of your own parts off is tricky enough. But now you're going to run around with one slinging around like it's a wet noodle. Well, it would be nice if Disney gave us an announcement before San Diego Comic-Con but either way, it looks like, we're going to be looking at a gap year. When But remember, Disney is got a whole big box of worms that have been unleashed. A whole can of worms. A pool full of worms. A stadium full of worms. You know, even though a lot of their movies tanked, they still brought in billions of dollars last year. And my throat's been dry in the morning. I'm going to have to double check my hoses on my CPAP machine again. But I'm loving how everybody's jumping up and down saying it's over, it's over, it's over. And what ticks me off most about YouTube is 9 times out of 10, when I see a video like this pop up, I don't even watch it. I smack the not interested button and then that's the end of it, but they still keep bringing this crap up. And I'm like, I don't want to see anything with Denardi in it. The guy's a blowhard. Nothing can be positive. Everything must be negative. Everything must be woke. Everything must have an agenda. I'm not kidding. Next thing you know, this guy's going to think his underwear's out to strangle him. It's like, oh, I caught my underwear in my socks. They were plotting against me. Oh. Yeah, and right now there's a civil war going on Baldus. Yeah, right. You see, I highly doubt there's not going to be a small hiatus ever again. I think this is just being caused by the year off because streaming services are actually very fickle. Yeah, sure, you do get a lot of, worldwide distribution and whatnot, but at the same time, look at how long it takes to get another series out. And that's why people were like going, Brian, Dr. Freedom and all that, I would rather have quality than quantity. And I go, yeah, tell that to me in a while. And sure enough, here we go. It takes them like damn near 2 years to put out 8 episodes. Balaki, nucky. Gonky. Bull Pucky. No, it does not. I'm loving how it takes, decades now to roll out, 8 episodes when they used to get shows that are pumping out 20 something a year. It's, well, here's the thing. Remember that, I believe it was on, I want to say, the Graham Norton show, where they suddenly, the BBC edited out where Shooty said he was coming back for series 3. So he's definitely up to do it. Oh no, we better erase that. No, that's an announcement. We can't have that. And as I've said before, even if Disney pulls out, someone else is going to step in. Because this thing's been making money for, the last 20 years for the BBC and, the UK. I'm not kidding. This is getting ridiculous with these new TV series. 10 episodes, all right, but then now we're down to 8. It's like, how long is this going to go? Why don't they just go back to that one plan? Well, we'll give you 3 little 3 little episodes a year, like TV movie style, and boy vey. I've not heard any announcements as to when filming's taking place. Latest word is, sorry, I've been getting this phlegm in my throat in the morning, and it's annoying as hell. I don't know if it's because of the sudden temperature change, because we went from negative stuff right up into the 30s again. But it's the global warming. I know, we're never going to get back there again, and that's why it's a slippery slope. Once you go down it, you're never coming back up. Wow, we went from 23 to 3 to what do you call it, the weird crap going on out there in TV land, or the YouTube land, whatever you want to call it, La La Land. Ugh. Maybe I should get a nose ring. People would watch it. People like watching stuff on TikTok with nose rings. But then I sit here and think, do you notice how the big thing now is the septum piercing? Where it looks like you're walking around with a couple of danglers out of your nostrils? I can't do that. I'm like, I have allergies like mad. All I can picture is trying to blow my nose. And there's a dangler stuck on the end of them. I don't get the appeal. I just can't figure it out, why people want to shove metal in their bodies. A lot of people go through life not wanting anything metal to pierce their bodies. Ugh. I'm one of them. But once a week I got to take a jab, and but that's nothing. That's like a pinprick. But it just amazes me how this stuff is getting so much airplay. And the thing is, if I really wanted to a decade ago, I could have started putting money into this channel. And I could have, my little YouTube plaque hanging in the back giving me some sort of validation. But I'm like, where would I hang it in my car? But all right, yeah, I think we're going to be stuck at 8 episodes, I think, for the rest of the run. I don't think we're ever going to see that many episodes again. And like I said, I don't know where all this, complaining is coming from. Oh, matter of fact, I watched a video that just happened to pop up on my recommended, and it was with the fellow who played the Master in Big Finish. I want to say James Dreyfus. Have I got it completely wrong? And he talks about in the video about what happened with all that stuff and all that, with how he got canceled. He does talk about Big Finish later in that video. And it was an interesting interview, I have to say that much. Here's a guy who's been in movies like Notting Hill, and a bunch of other stuff, and like I said, it's a whole political mess that I didn't want to get into. It's like back in the days when McCarthy was calling people communist. No, not Alex. It wasn't Alex McQueen. He played the Master in the first Doctor Adventures range, I believe it was. He was supposed to be like the first time the Doctor runs into the Master, like Heart and Lear type stuff. Yeah, it wasn't Alex McQueen. It was the guy who literally, they took his name and his face off the CDs and the cover labels. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, there was a Master who, even though he came later in Big Finish, he was a previous Master way back. And he got canceled out for some political nonsense. Well, the thing is, they targeted, John Barrowman for stuff he had done over a decade before that he'd already apologized for, and apparently had never done again. And meanwhile, Noel Clarke goes whistling off into the sunset, but then again, look at how many roles he's gotten himself, Noel. But I haven't seen him pop up in many things lately, at least not personally. So, but I love, how John Barrowman was the one who got thrown under the bus. And he's been blacklisted, pretty much, for the duration. I am definitely glad, though, we got those last appearances by him in the Jodie era, the Chibnall era, because that's probably going to be the last you ever see of, Captain Jack on Doctor Who. Not at least to the 100th anniversary if we're all still around. But like I said, it's just scary how much there's many things that are going on social media now that remind me of when I was in history class and they were talking about the McCarthy hearings, where if you got labeled a communist, your life was basically professionally over. You were blacklisted. You had to write under anonymous names and stuff like that. If you were a screenwriter, if you were an actor, you were pretty much done. You were a commie. Now it's you're a this, you're a that, or it just drives me insane how much, ideologies and all that have power. It just frightens the crap out of me sometimes. Yep, he just kind of whistled off into the sunset. We never really heard anything much, I think, from Noel Clarke ever again. At least not nothing I've ever seen. I didn't even actively look, really, to be honest. It just pissed me off how he's the one who gets allegations and suddenly John Barrowman's getting thrown under the bus for crap he did over a decade before. And it's not like he was walking around, doing inappropriate things with, well, then again, he did something inappropriate. But let's just say not forcing himself on others. But that's another thing right there. Yeah, Who's Books. I have to also try to be objective and say, did these things actually occur? Because there have been a number of occurrences where these things turned out to be false. Like, I'm loving how I just saw a podcast not long ago where they're still dragging Kevin Spacey's name through the mud. Kevin Spacey took all this crap to trial and was acquitted. And the guys, I think it was a guy or guys, who had made the accusations, all reneged. They said it was all bull. They were trying to get money. Hush money. And they didn't get it. But like I said, that's the problem we are on. It's just scary how somebody points a finger and with absolutely no proof, you're going to jail because you allegedly did something. And without trial and all that, you're tried and convicted in the media. It is a frightening time sometimes. Well, folks, I just looked at the time. This has been dragging on a little bit, so I better get inside. Enjoy your Wednesday. Be kind, be calm, be safe. I'm feeling a little phlegmy today again, so take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.